Hi, this is Nancy. Um, it occurred to me today I wanted to talk about the signs you see in nature and how you can relate them to tarot and use them in combination to work with the ancestors. So, this is going to be a multi part video. This is just part one, just to kind of plant the seed and you can start thinking about how it might work in your life. So let's say you find something out on a walk or when you're out somewhere in the world. And it could actually also be in your own house because I've got kind of a bucket of polished stones in here that I use in healing work. But I'm going to use a feather as an example. So let's say you find a feather when you're out for a walk. You may not know what kind of feather it is. I doubt that I would. The only thing I know is a flicker and a owl. I know I'd recognize those, and a blue jay, a stellar jay. Um, but it doesn't matter. It's a feather. It's from a bird. And the very first thing that I think about when I see a feather is I think about the Nine of Pentacles, which is the woman in the garden, and she's holding a falcon on her arm. Sometimes in some decks, it's not a falcon, it's some very exotic bird. But the point is, she's holding a falcon. Sometimes, depending on which deck you use, sometimes the falcon has a hood, sometimes the falcon does not have a hood. So, that's kind of a whole other thing for you to think about. Why does it? Why doesn't it? Um, so for me, if I have something I want to work with, or I want to talk to an ancestor, or I want an ancestral message, and I'm out and I find a feather, for me personally, my mind always goes to the Nine of Pentacles. And so what does that tell me? Well, it tells me maybe to spend some time alone to think about it, to think about the suit of swords, which is air, which is our thoughts, and you'll find birds and butterflies and flying critters in a lot of the sword cards. But going back to that Nine of Pentacles, so let's say I wanted an ancestral message. It might tell me it was time to spend some time alone in nature because with COVID, I think we've all spent a lot more time inside than our normal lives. And I know that I'm feeling this real need to get out and experience nature, even if it's in the neighborhood. And for me, there is urban beauty. There is beauty in the neighborhood, because I see flowers all the time, beautiful trees, cats, squirrels, people out walking their dogs. And, everybody thinks you have to be in a forest to really have a spiritual experience. And I don't think that's true. I think we look for spirituality wherever we live. So back to what I was talking about, because I knew I'd get off track here. Um, I just want you to think about if something catches your eye, whether you're out for a walk or out doing something or even in your house, if it catches your eye, go through the deck and find the card that reminds you of that energy or a card that has kind of the same thing in it. I'm thinking about, you know, um, the Two of Pentacles, which, often has water in the background and a ship. Well, unless you're on the coast or in a river, you're not going to see a ship, but you understand what I'm saying. So just, before I'm going to write something about this, I'm going to do a couple more videos on it, but this is just a seed I'm planting for you. Start thinking about how to associate the things that catch your eye with a tarot card, with ancestral work. It's kind of a multi-part thing, but the reality is the ancestral work is not just about pulling a card. It's really kind of pulling in all of our experiences and see how are they all associated one with the other. So I'm kind of using a new system here. I'm going to have to find out where to stop the video, but I'd like your feedback on this. And just, if you have something that you've found that catches your eye, what card you associate it with. I'd really love to hear that. So thanks. I'm going to do more videos. I'm pedaling as fast as I can right now. So I'll get this uploaded quickly. Thanks.